Boris Becker thinks that Novak Djokovic may have indirectly admitted that winning a Grand Slam isn't a realistic option anymore because of Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner, but also his age. The 38-year-old former world number one reached the last four stage in all four Grand Slams this year. Still, the record 24-time Slam champion failed to make the title match in any major this year. After retiring to Alexander Zverev in the Australian Open semifinals, he got bounced in straight sets by Jannik Sinner at the French Open and Wimbledon, while Alcaraz ended his US Open campaign. On a couple of instances this year, Djokovic directly stated that Alcaraz and Sinner were a level above him. The most recent case of that came following his three-set loss to Alcaraz at Flushing Meadows. "I think, now he's admitted that he can't realistically win a Grand Slam because of his age and the strength of the youngsters," Becker said on the Becker-Petkovic podcast. What exactly Djokovic said about Alcaraz and Sinner 10 days ago? That, gassed, is kind of what I felt this year also with Jannik. Yeah, best of five makes it very, very difficult for me to play them, particularly if it's the end stages of the Grand Slam, the 38-year-old admitted after his US Open loss. In his presser, Djokovic confirmed his intention to play again in 2026, but made it perfectly clear that he is aware how difficult it will be for him to achieve his goals. "It will be very difficult for me in the future to overcome the hurdle of Sinner, Alcaraz, in the best of five on the Grand Slams. I think I have a better chance best of three, but best of five, it's tough," the former world number one said. If Djokovic somehow pulls this off and wins another Grand Slam, he will become the first ever male or female tennis player with 25 majors in singles. Yevgeny Kafelnikov suggests Daniil Medvedev is in some kind of a lost position and also warns the 29-year-old that radical changes won't bring the effect he wants. In 2024, Medvedev's game regressed and he lost a step with the world's best players. However, the 2021 US Open champion remained optimistic that he would be able to make key changes in the off-season and return to his past form in 2025. But it has only been worse for the former world number one in 2025, who is just 26-18 and currently ranked at number 18 in the world. After losing in the US Open first round, a loss which put Medvedev's Grand Slam record in 2025 to a shockingly bad 1-4, the 29-year-old decided to ditch his coach of 8 years, Gilles Savara. The Russian also said goodbye to fitness coach Eric Hernandez, who was a part of his team for 11 years. Kafelnikov: Medvedev doesn't want to anyone in this situation. Understand, the problem is this: athletes of that status don't want to listen to anyone, they don't take anyone seriously. Whoever you give to Medvedev now, he won't see that person as a coach, as a mentor, and follow everything they say flawlessly. That's it, former two-time Grand Slam champion Kafelnikov said, via Russian sports publication Championat. Medvedev already has a huge number of titles. I don't know what he wants to achieve, what motivation he still has left. To win a Grand Slam tournament? To return to number one in the rankings? I don't know. Unfortunately, everything isn't as bright as many would like to think. Next year he'll already be 30 years old. That's the age when any radical changes won't bring much benefit. Savara and Hernandez were key members of Medvedev's team for years. The 20-time ATP champion hasn't yet announced their replacements. But judging by Kafelnikov's comments, the Russian tennis legend isn't too convinced that Medvedev will find a way out of his slump.